everybody. Hey, hey, hey,
Hey, good
hey. We are
morning.
back. We are your aunties. We are here and we're so super excited today. It's my birthday. It's my
Hey,
birthday.
hey,
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 hey.
hey,
So
special.
I
Happy
what
birthday.
dedication, what commitment, right? Hi, Auntie Rose. How are
How you
you?
doing? And happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
you
Thank
look
you.
especially beautiful like you always do.
Oh, thank you so much. Listen, we do not have Auntie Genoa with us today, but she sent us a special message. We're trying to upload that now for the people. But we are here and we are happy to see everybody here with
Yes,
us.
indeed.
This is going to be a light, airy, easy show, unless we get into some things that we need to get into and it just starts to go down that way. Hey, there's Genoa in the comments. Hi, Auntie Genoa. How are
Hey,
you? So
how
glad
you
you could
doing?
join us from where you are. She's taking care of business this morning. We're not mad at her. So I just wanted to say that, because it's my birthday, I'm going to say what I want to say today. I always say what I want to say, but it's just going to be a little bit more loose, right? So I just woke up this morning and just so happy and so excited to be me. How
Mhm.
about that? And
Yes.
the reason is because I'm right on purpose with God's will. I'm right where I need to be, and everything is starting to reflect that. And so I have an interesting and an odd kind of mission, right? Thank you, Desi. I have an interesting assignment. And you know what? Not everyone is going to understand it. And that's their problem, not mine.
Yeah.
I just have to continue on my assignment. And I just want to encourage everybody today to do the same. No matter what, your life looks like, no matter what God gives you to do, no matter who accepts it or doesn't accept it, you're here once. And you're here to do an extraordinary thing. Even
Yes.
if that thing is you're raising a wonderful child, even if that thing, no matter what it is, you're here to do an extraordinary thing. And the extraordinary thing is just to be yourself. Because guess what? Nobody else can do that but you. So thank you for joining me today, Auntie Rose.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited to be here. I'm just thrilled. It's your birthday. And we got some stuff that we got to talk about.
Yes, we do.
And we're moving forward. We're taking care of business, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yes, yes. So the first thing I wanted to start with is definitely to give a tribute to someone very, very, very special. Somebody very special to, I think, everyone in America for sure, and all over the globe, I believe. And that is Dexter King, the beloved youngest son of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s family, the youngest. And he just passed away a few days ago, was 62 years old. He passed away from prostate cancer. And it just broke my heart because he's
Me
from
too.
such an extraordinary family. And what it put me in the mind of is, we always talk about the legend. We always talk about the icon, the person who's out front. But what about those people that get left at home, right? And we talk about Dr. King, we talk about Dr. Coretta Scott King, but how often do we really focus on the sacrifice that the children made? So I just wanted to kind of start out our show paying tribute and homage and honor to Mr. Dexter King. And DY, if you'll go ahead and run that clip, I would love it.
This is really my inaugural book signing, if you will. So hopefully you will feel as excited as I feel about the first part of my book tour. Also, this is a very special time of year as we begin to reflect on my father's birth. His actual birthday being January the 15th, and of course celebrating as a national holiday on the 20th, next Monday. So as we pause, as the nation pauses to reflect on his teachings, principles, and life's work, I hope that we will all remember that the message he left for us is really and truly rooted within being our best selves. I always think of the fact that people compare my father to so many great icons, but I would like to think of him first and foremost as Daddy. To me, he was just simply someone I could seek refuge in. And I think that the book was for me a great opportunity to get some of these issues out on the table, to look back over the span of years and explore the rich legacy that I'm very proud of being a part of. And the fact that he was a very serious person in public, the public man that we all know, but yet in private, he was very fun-loving, very playful. In fact, I saw him more as a playmate than actually a father. He really enjoyed having fun and playing with his children. We didn't get a chance, unfortunately, to spend a lot of time, quantity time, but quality time we spent was very memorable and enriching. So I talk about these many experiences that I will always cherish, but I also deal with the fact that at a very young age, this great tragedy that struck America, that struck all of us, affected all of us in some way, left a very deep-seated feeling of incompletion. So the book, in a real sense, helped me to bring this tragedy full circle.
Wow. Wow. We were talking earlier about Mr. Dexter King, the protector of the King Center and the legacy of the Kings. And thank you. Thank you, Dexter, for everything that you did to keep the legacy going, even after his mother passed away. But I was thinking about part of what he said was that the message is to be your best self. Mm-hmm. How do we be our best self? And that's part of what we're here for. He said that he sought refuge in his father. And that's what we're here as the aunties, is for people to seek refuge from this world and just the confusion and the nervousness and the frustration and irritation and fear that's in the world. Just come here, talk to your aunties. Mm-hmm. We got you.
We got you.
We got you. And so I also heard him say how he enjoyed the quantity of the time that he spent with his father, although there wasn't very much. Oh, he enjoyed the quality. He enjoyed the quality of the time because there wasn't much quantity, because he was sharing his dad with us, the rest of the world, America. And then I also thought it was kind of sorrowful when he talked about what he was talking about, the tragedy of the nation. And then that makes me think, Rose, how, as his children, they mourned him with the rest of us. But what was it like intimately? He's on a public platform talking about his intimate memoir of his dad. It's called Growing Up King, an intimate memoir. And yet he refers to the tragedy as a national tragedy. And he doesn't say me or my brothers and sisters and me, but he says us as a nation. Yeah. And he just looks so much like his father. And he also spoke well like his father. That's what Darren is tuning in. I was just thinking that when you said that. Thank you for being here. So moving on, I just thought we should take a moment. Did you have any thoughts on that, on the King family?
You know what? I do. I just had to take a sigh, because what he's been through, the family, and then for me, his life, cut short. It's just, it's tragic. Yeah. And I think I want to refer to one of the wounds in the book, because, certain diseases that we talked about earlier in the show is caused the stress of what he was going through. And I just, my heart just goes out to the family. And, but they did a phenomenal job sharing his father, his legacy, to the world. And I'm amazed. And, and like I said, after that clip, I had to do a deep sigh, because
I could pause, right?
I could feel it.
I know. And I've never seen that clip before this morning. DY, we thank you so much. DY is an extraordinary producer over here at We Are Your Aunties and Healing the Wounds of American Slavery, which is what this show actually derives from. And so we just want to give a big shout out to DY for always having phenomenal clips for us and photos and all of the things that help us to express our stories. Now, I wanted to segue into what's happening in my hometown. Okay, it's my birthday. I'm going to talk about where I come from. So I come from Oakland, California. Very proud to be an Oakland, California native, born and raised. My family's still there, lots of friends still there. But here's the issue. All right. I used to work at the Oakland Convention Center, and I was a sales manager. And one of the things I did, I had to sell Oakland, right? And I was just so proud to talk about the lake in the center of a metropolitan city. I was so excited to talk about 3 sports teams in one city, which was very unusual at that time for a city to have 3, the A's, the Raiders, and then I believe it was the hockey team at that point. I was just thrilled to talk about all the eateries and the views and, just how safe it is to be here. What a great place this is to raise a family. But recently I've been hearing from my people about the horrors that are taking place in Oakland. We are not going to go into all of it today, but we will go into it in a full-blown show that's coming up because, again, our show today is what's new and what's next. And so I want to talk about what's coming for the aunties, what's coming for healing the wounds of American slavery. But let's get into Oakland just a little bit. Roll that clip for us, DY. So, yeah, I have a lot of people there. And one of the things I'm beginning to call this the Oakland dilemma. This is, we believe, East 12th Street. And I have not been down East 12th Street in a very long while. But this is a very recent clip. And see, I recognize that wholesale tire store in the backdrop, so I know where this is. And look at this, just horror, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I agree. Full-blown emergency, state of emergency. And what I understand is that there was a $7 million funds. There was $7 million coming into the city, and somebody at City Hall fumbled and lost the $7 million. I'm not going to go into a whole lot about this right now. That's right, the basketball team, the Golden State Warriors. I'm not going to go into a lot of this right now because we're going to do a whole show to cover the state of Oakland. And so what I do want to do is put out a call for any politicians, any gatekeepers, any residents, students, anyone who is related in an intimate way to Oakland, California. I'm putting a call out. I want you to put a number 1 in the comments if you're willing to come on the show. We have a very, 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 I can't put enough berries on this, special guest coming on the show in February that I believe comes from the legacy that has a key to the Oakland dilemma and how we can resolve the issue. So we'll be going into that more. It's homelessness, it's joblessness, it's crime. I've heard people say, that they're afraid to even go anywhere now and leave their car. There are signs in some of the restaurants that will tell you when you get to the maitre d' or the receptionist who's ever there, there'll be a sign warning you to have cleared everything out of your car. Make sure that, there's nothing visible that somebody can steal because they're smashing and grabbing like crazy. So high crime, high joblessness, extreme homelessness, and very few answers, very little action, in my opinion. So we're going to go into that because I come from Oakland. And one of the things that I believe that happens in any of these cities, it's not just Oakland, it's all over the nation where we have these issues, right? But I think one of the things that happens is that people leave the city, they become successful or they go on their way, raise their families, go into their careers, whatever they're doing, and they forget to go back.
Yeah.
And so this will be my way of going back. And that's all I'm going to say. There's going to be like big surprises coming ahead as to the direction of the show. I also wanted to let you know about a few things that are coming up for me. I've been invited to go on CBN Network, which is a global television broadcast. And that's going to be on February 26th. There'll be lots of details coming in all of our social media, on Instagram, on Facebook. We're going to start doing a lot more on TikTok. And that's going to be on February 26th. It is at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time. And I'll give you all the ways to watch it in the social media and in the shows to come prior to the 26th. Also, I'll be back on KBLA on an upcoming appearance on The Backstory. And that's with Michelle Duffy. And she's had everyone on there. What she focuses on is authors. And she gets into the backstory of why the person wrote the book and what were they thinking and what was their philosophy and what was their tactic in writing the book, all the things, their techniques. There's so much coming. There's so much coming.
I'm excited.
I am too. Right now, Dexter King was talking about the reason he wrote his book is to complete the legacy for himself, to complete something in himself that he felt incomplete with because he didn't get to talk to his father that much, or he didn't get to spend that much time with his father. And so, after his dad was assassinated, just think about that too. Assassinated. Okay, that's a whole other story for a whole other time.
It is.
But I'm sure that the way that he felt about that is included in his memoir. We all have a book in us. I'm after you right now, Auntie Rose. I am so after you right now to write your book.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about that?
You know what? I think it would release a lot of stress if I got it all out.
Yeah.
And it would help others.
Right.
So you're absolutely right. We all have a book and we all have a story. And, it helps to get that out. I mean, the sigh of relief. I mean, when you wrote your book, it's like, what did you do? How did you feel? Because the book is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
You said something really key. You said that you felt that it would be a release for you or a relief for you. And you also said that there's something in you that somebody else needs to know.
Yes.
I'll say that again. That's worth repeating.
Yeah.
There is something in each and every one of us that somebody else needs to know. And if we don't talk about it, we don't write about it, we don't do the things and relay this information, then that's on us. We say that I say, and I believe the rest of us kind of agree, there's a wisdom deficiency right now.
Oh my goodness.
Let me just get into that a little bit.
Yes.
There's a wisdom deficiency. What do I mean by that? I mean that we have young people, and I love them. I'm not going to judge them or anything because I just love them so much. We have where they're going on TikTok, they're going on YouTube, they're going to all the wrong places to seek information and try to get wisdom about how to do this, how to do that. Do you know that how to is the most searched out subject on all of those platforms? All of them, TikTok, Instagram, all of them. How to. And that means that they don't know how to do some things that are important for them to know. So look at somebody's already excited for your book.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And that one that's posting that up needs to write a book also. So I said all that to segue into this. I am going to be doing a workshop with a world-renowned, phenomenal editor and writing coach. The name of the course is Right Now, and it will be very affordable. And it's coming probably in the next couple of months, I think in the spring. And it takes you through every last step that you need to write your first draft in 2 days.
Oh, yeah. I'm on board.
This
Sign me up right now.
I'm excited. I thought you're on the top of the list. So this woman, she's my editor. And she is the type of she's a woman who her mother was an editor way back in the day before women could even be writers. They had to be ghost writers. right? That was a white male dominated industry, white papers, books, magazines, technical paper, all that. So this woman that is my editor, she sat at the knee of her mother and learned everything that her mother knew about editing and coaching and writing. As a matter of fact, when she was 8 years old, her mother put a pencil in her hand and told her, "You're going to edit my doctoral dissertation."
Wow.
8 years old. So that's the kind of training and rigor that she's been through. She can bring a story out of you like none other. And so she's going to be my co-facilitator for that event, 2 days. And it's just, it's extraordinary. We did it once and people just loved it so much that they're mad at me because I haven't done it since. So we're going to do that. That's coming up. So right now we've got CBN coming up, KBLA, and we've got Right Now, which is where you'll find a formula to create your first draft of your book within 2 days. Guaranteed. Wow. No kidding. It is absolutely fire, Genoa. Absolutely fire.
It's rich.
It is very rich. I'm super excited to bring you our Healing the Wounds of American Slavery online courses. Finally, we're putting the refining touches on that. And so there'll be different levels that you can come in at, basic, intermediate, and advanced, and different price points, all of that. But it will be all of my love, all of my wisdom, everything with regards to the book. You'll be able to get these things. Yes. So yes, and my book is in the Library of Congress, and you can seek me for authentication on everything that I do there.
It is exciting.
Also, we have a huge surprise, huge visual, intellectual eye candy coming, and it will be live and in living color. And I cannot tell you what it is yet, because my coaches are telling me to hold back. Don't say it yet. But all I can tell you is get your ticket first, because they're going to go like that. Okay. So again, we've got CBN coming up. Look on our social media for that. We've got the KBLA appearance. That's coming up very soon. I don't know exactly when. CBN will be February 26th. I believe KBLA will also be during Black History Month, right? So in February. Right Now course is coming up this spring. And then the mother lode, the Healing the Wounds of American Slavery online course experience. It's called The Path.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. The Path. So the book, right? Healing the Wounds of American Slavery, the book is what it is. It's the fear. It's the crabs in a bucket. It's the mental illness. These are the things that we've been trying to put our finger on and figure out what's at the core of what's causing us to be in such dysfunction, right? This talks about the challenges and what it is. Healing the Wounds of American Slavery. The path will pull us out and on our way to freedom from it. Freedom from all
so exciting.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting. All the seeds that have been planted over the years, all of it is going to come up to the surface for your service, at your service. Just at your service.
You know what? Just giving of yourself, and people are going to get, beside the Auntie Show, people are going to get so much knowledge, and it's powerful. And there's no other place to get it. That's the beauty of it. This is it. I'm really excited.
I love it. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to come from ego. I never come from ego. People who know me know that. They know I don't. But I can say this on God's behalf. Okay. Listen, I have read so many books from people who have said they understood, they know what it is. They can bring us out of the trenches of all of these wounds and all of the rot and discord and disarray and, the garbage of it. They can bring us up and out of it. And you know what? Hats off to them for getting involved in the work. Yes, we all play a part. What is the hand without an arm? So we all need everything that Every generation is bringing to the table, all the scholars and everyone's bringing to the table. But I'll tell you this, I've never seen anything, and this is no kidding. Hi, Clovern. I've never seen anything like this book.
Yeah, me neither.
Bring your awareness up to the top and really make it clear for you why it is that we talk to each other the way that we do, why it is we feel that we can't unite in some ways. I mean, and one day I'll just have a testimonial show and just bring on people who have actually read the book and just have them share what a difference it's made in their lives. It's incredible. So, wonderful. You know what? This is actually it for me. I've said everything that I came to say. I'm super excited to get out on these birthday streets and do what I do.
You know what? Can I say one thing about what you mentioned about the lake in Oakland?
Of course.
You know what? It's the only natural saltwater lake in the world. And I thought that was fascinating.
In the world.
I was like, what?
And you know, that's what I used to say too when I was one of the sales managers at the Oakland Convention Center. That was my claim to fame. It is the only one. And I just I love that lake. So I want to say this too. Oh, wait, let's see hi, Jacqueline. She said that she had a chance to attend a past workshop presented by the Hoppers. Fantastic. And we're so excited to get back out there. We are so excited. Like this, it's time. It's time. Thank you. I will definitely enjoy myself. I wanted to just bring this up too, because this was on my heart this morning when I woke up. We know right from wrong.
Yeah.
You know why we know right from wrong? Because we were taught right from wrong. The Bible says, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he grows old, he won't depart from it. That's why we know right from wrong.
Yes, me too.
And so I want to encourage young people to seek the wisdom of your elders, to seek the wisdom of your grandmothers, your aunts, your uncles, your older cousins, your mentors, the teachers that, make sense to follow, your clergy that, use your discernment, that makes sense to follow. But I'm saying there are things that we can tell you to prevent you from bumping your head against the wall. There are things that we can tell you because we know you and we love you that you can't find on TikTok and you can't find on Instagram and you can't find on YouTube because those people don't know you and they don't love you. And then I want to say to the older people, the more seasoned of us, is to don't give up. Don't throw in the towel on our young people. Don't, for fear of rejection, right? Let's look at what's really going on. For fear of rejection, for fear of, oh, well, they're not listening anyway, and all those lies that the devil tells to divide us. Seasoned people, older people, please continue to invest in our young people. Because you know what, let me tell you a secret. Even though you think they're not listening, they are.
Yeah.
Even though you think they don't want to know and they don't want to hear it, they do.
They do.
That's why they're out here looking in all the wrong places for the information. And that's why wisdom is at a deficit. But we can change that. We must change it. The other thing that was on my mind this morning, I had a lot on my mind. I'll wake up with like a ton of ideas and stuff going. But the other thing that was on my mind is how desperately and deeply I want healing the wounds of American slavery to be an intergenerational movement.
Yeah.
Why? Because the young need the old and the old need the young, and the middle age, we need you too. We need all of us. And this construct that we're in, our oppressors' construct, our ancestors' oppressors' construct, we still live in it. This is where they were literally slaves. This is still where all of that took place. We're living in it. It's our current society, right? It's them that divide their young from their old.
Yeah.
It's them. That's not how we operate. That's not how we've operated in the past. That's not how we operate now. If we choose to truly be healed, We need all of us, because how do the older people get healed and don't take the younger along? Exactly. You don't get to retire. There's no retirement in the village. There's no retirement in the community. You're still there. You're still a member. You've still got something to say. And like what Auntie Rose said earlier, you have something somebody else needs. How dare you not share it?
Yeah.
How dare me not share it? And so that's why, as much as I'll be honest with you, because it's my birthday and I can, right? I'll be honest with you. There have been times I have not felt like coming on here. I have not felt like it. I didn't want to. I was tired. I had a hard day. I was exhausted. But I know that there's something that's going to come out of my mouth that's going to help somebody else. And how can I be selfish and not do that? It's the same for you and you and you and you and you. All of us have something. It could be a smile. It could be, that word to someone. Watch this. Oh my God. Lord. It could be that word to someone who's about to go do damage to themselves or someone else. That if you get the unction, you get an inkling to go say something to that person, give them $1, do something that you're being moved to do. There's a reason why that came up for you, because that person really needs it in that moment. I can't tell you the number of stories that I've heard. Where, somebody said, I was about to go kill myself. I was about to go shoot my whole family. And then this woman said something to me that made a difference. Didn't have to be anything deep. Hi, how are you doing? Can I just talk to you for a minute? You look troubled. What's troubling you? That's what's missing, y'all. It's the love.
Yeah.
It's the love. It's the love. And I feel so honored and so blessed, as today is my birthday, but it's the anniversary of my mother giving birth to me. And she's not here on this plane anymore. But I want to say to my mother in heaven, thank you so much, Mommy. Thank you so much for loving me unconditionally and teaching me through your demonstration and example of how to do the same for others. And on that note, I'm going to get off of here and go out into the world and do some unconditional loving toward myself and my husband and go enjoy this birthing day. My mother's birthing day. It's her birthing day. Might be my birthday, but it's her birthing day. And so thank you to everybody who has already called. I've received already so many calls and cards and love and songs. And oh man, I'm loved. I'm loved.
You are.
The reason I'm loved is because I give so much love.
Yes.
And so on that note, thank you for joining us today. This has been extra, extra special. Yeah, we're not going to do the whole hour. Praise the Lord. But I do want to say in closing that we are your aunties. You can tell us anything, but there's a way to say everything. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you for being such a loyal member of the village. And we love you and appreciate you and all of you. Thank you, Auntie Rose, for being with me. And we love you, Auntie Genoa. I don't think
we love you, Auntie Genoa. Thank you.
Next week to love on the people. And so we'll see you then. Bye.